Hey guys, welcome to the vault. Monday Morning Critz for I guess when you're watching this will be July the 5th. We got Leon, Jason, Munfu, and John from Ink Park in the house today. John will be mostly going through the designs. So John, take it away.
What's up, everybody? So another week, another crits. We got the Munfu, the prophet. We got the Leon Chin, the animal expert, and Mr. Hatcrawler, Jason himself. So we're going to get into it. Pretty good week, it looks like so far. Just want to say a couple things before we go. Crits is primarily just for, helping the individuals that are, new. Also, as a designer, you want to get your best critiques from those that are buying hats. Mumfu's buying hats, Jason's buying hats, Leon, Pierre, they buy a lot of hats and they know what sells. So, as a designer, we want that influence. So again, these are opinions. These are just suggestions. We're not saying anything against the artists themselves, but just the designs, the hat colors, what we think would sell. And again, it's opinion. You can take it, you can leave it. So with that, just had to get that out of the way. Some birds be squawking, so just wanted to set some matters straight. And here we go. So our first one of the week. Let me zoom out a little bit here, fellas, so we can see this nice. We have the Striker. This one is by Clinker Gabe. Like, Gabe's been doing some good work, man. I think he was the one that did the ice ball, right? It was the whole snowball incident. Leon, was it that one?
Was that Gabe?
The slingshot one?
Yeah.
No, that was Raphael, I think.
Oh, Raphael.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Gabe did the octopus one, the last one we've seen.
Right.
Munfu, what do you think, man?
This not bad. I feel like, honestly, my only critique is I feel like the skull is a little flat. Maybe kind of give it a little bit more shape, but overall, I think it's a pretty good design. I definitely like the colorway they went with the hats, not the typical black. But yeah, that's kind of my major thing. Maybe just define the round. I feel like you could get real good depth with the snake, like seeing the roundness through the eye and stuff like that, and just kind of maybe, making the skull have a little bit more depth, maybe a little bit more blacks in some parts to kind of make it, offset. But other than that, though, I think it's a pretty good design for sure.
Man. I'll give it the hard eyes for you. What about you, Jason? What do you think?
Yeah, Gabe's really been stepping up his art. He's really starting to design for hats. You can tell he's doing good stuff there. Now, this hat in particular, definitely not my style. So I don't want to get too critiquey with it. Just it's not my style of hat. It's definitely like a tattoo type feel to it. I kind of agree with Munfu. I would just like broaden things a little bit, make the skull a little wider, make the snake a little fatter. Just really, bring out the definition there. Yeah, but other than that, I mean, it's great artwork, good color choices. It's definitely just not my style though.
Yeah. How about you, Leon?
I'm mixed about this. I usually love skulls. I usually like snakes. Gabe's got a real kind of raw style, almost like a graffiti style. I just with this one, I just wish there's certain details that would bump up. Number one, I guess, get the crown bigger, get the head more detailed, maybe play with some shadowing on the snake. The little teeny weeny teeth, I would bump that up a little bit. And then the skull just doesn't kind of, I don't know, to me, it doesn't really make much sense. The leaves, unnecessary, I think. Yep. They don't really add anything. But yeah, all in all, it's drawn nice. Just taking a quick gander at Gabe's profile, I feel like the last bunch of hats, he's kind of playing with this kind of colorway, whether it's like the navy on on the blue or navy with teal. So he's kind of experimenting with that. So that's kind of interesting. But yeah, I would just play with a little bit of shadowing, bump up the small details, and kind of get rid of the fluff.
All right, cool. Which I'm sorry, Jason, what emote did you want?
I'm gonna give me the thinking one. And it's not so much that I don't like the artwork. So Gabe, please don't think that. It's just not my style. Yeah, completely agree with Leon. Tiny details in hat and embroidery just does not work. So bump up the important ones and lose the non-important ones.
Yeah. And you, Leon, which one did you want? Think
I'm the same. Yeah.
Okay. Gabe, so I like it, man. I'm agreeing with the guys. You don't need an outline on everything. And I think sometimes as designers, we do that, right? The teeth, it can just be white because you're up against the only time you want to really use an outline is when you're up against like a white background or a background where the white's going to blend in. Here, you don't need it. Same with the crown. It's a gold crown. It's going up against like that light blue. You can lose the outline on that too. The snake, like I would have almost the body coil like out here so that it's coming up and around. It kind of just looks like it ends, right? Unless you have the snake body going up. So a couple of things, man. I like the colorway. I like the design. I think it's really good. It's just a couple little things that you don't really need. Just like they said, where you don't need an outline, lose it. Where you need it, keep it. So good job, man. Good job. Keep up the good work. All right, let's see what the next one holds for us. Uh-oh. Leon, be careful. It's your boy here.
Might as well put a fire on there for Leon already.
I know, right? Leon already wants a fire. All right, so it's our boy TJ who was on last week. Really cool. Love this one. So let's go with Leon first. Let's see what he thinks.
I like it. It's fun, you know. I don't know if the leaves are super necessary. But yeah, all in all, it's fresh. He's got like that tan under to match the hat. Kind of like a Ronin style. Yeah, Roman Ronins. This one's cool. I like it. Fire.
All right, how about you, Jason?
Yeah, it's a good hat. I don't know much about Ronins or samurais. So I don't know how everything plays in together. The leaves, I agree with Leon, a little bit unnecessary. Is he missing an arm?
Yeah, he is.
Okay. So maybe that's part of the story too. But interesting colorway. I kind of like that, how the under ties in with that the hat. And got that gray. Obviously, from TJ, it's great artwork. Can't argue with that at all. But yeah, I like this one.
Yeah, so Jason, Ronins are samurais without masters, so that's kind of why he's Roman.
Yeah,
he's traveling.
How about you, Monfu?
Same. I definitely like the design. I guess, to be honest, after he said that, the only thing I would say is maybe extend that back arm just a little bit back, just to kind of show that I thought his hand was in his pocket. I'm gonna be honest, that's what I thought. But other than that, though, and I mean, that's not even that big of a deal. It's more of a nitpicky thing. I definitely think the design is dope. And again, I think the colorways are improving a lot. I think this is a good colorway. Again, I mean, the leaves, like both of them said, they're not the most necessary thing, but then it kind of adds a little bit more space to it too. So I don't know. I like it though. I definitely like the design.
Yeah, TJ, you killed it on this one. Sometimes, like when they lose an arm, they'll like have a tie around it, the end, or they'll have it wrapped up. Maybe something like that would be kind of cool.
Yeah,
I think this is going to embroider really cool, like this lip of this hat, the way he's done that. And that's kind of what I was trying to refer to, like Gabe, like if he went through and put outlines on that, let the embroidery kind of outline that. So I'm going to go ahead and give TJ a fire here because, he does really good work and he thinks about the embroidery too on top of that.
Sure.
Oh, another one, Mr. Chad, CBS Inc. So we have Tenant Racers here. All right. There's some negative space there. I'll let you go first, Jason.
There's not too much negative space. I like this. I like the play on words. I love the colors actually that he chose. The only critique I would be, I don't see, he could bump up the pennant shape just a little bit more. If I didn't see the name, I was thinking it was some sort of like fruit by the foot. Something. Yeah, and then the top kind of looks like a Santa hat. I know it's a sweatband. everything like that. I don't know, just emphasize that I know he's going for like the pennant that you'd hang on the wall. And those are like, long, skinny triangles. I think he could bump up that shape a little bit more, just make it more obvious that this is a pennant.
Got you. Yeah, I think what mode did you want, bro?
Yeah, definitely like the hearts. This is a good one.
Yeah, it is. What do you think, Monfu?
I agree. I mean, I don't dislike the design at all, and like you said, I think maybe making it a little bit more obvious that it's a pennant. I guess I don't know. I'm not trying to be nitpicky at all again, but I feel like maybe if he would have made the pennant going horizontally, it might make more sense, and it also shows a little bit more motion. You know what I mean? But I don't know. You could finesse it like that, but I do like this design though, and I like the color choice for the hats too. It's definitely brave.
Mhm.
I'd definitely give it the heart emoji for sure.
All right, cool. How about you, Monfu? Or I mean, let's see, Leon. Leon's next.
Yeah. I'm into this one. This one looks real cool. Chad's always got clean art. I don't know if I love the negative space part. So he's got the sweat drips and then the cloud. I don't know if it translates as well. I feel like everything's like really, really detailed, and then those two like kind of I guess features aren't really that detailed, so it kind of throws it off a teeny tiny bit. The pennant being orange, it kind of looks like a safety cone or a pylon a little bit, so maybe I would consider changing that color. But all in all, man, this is a good this one looks good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just don't know how much a pennant translates to the younger audience.
Yeah,
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
So, but I love it, man. I mean, Chad always kills his artwork. Maybe if he just lost a sweatband.
Maybe. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
Because then it would just look like a pennant. It'd be kind of cool if it was like Cubs colorways, right? Because they're still the one that's kind of to the pennant race. So I don't know. Chad, I'm gonna give you a fire just because you do killer work, bro, and and this is no different. Colorways are great. I mean, 3 hats, three dope colorways. Really, really stepping up their game. So let's go on to the next one. We have Paradise by Clinker Dane. I don't know if we've had Dane. Have we had Dane, Leon?
I don't recognize the name.
No, I don't either.
So we got Paradise. All right. So let's go with you, Jason. What do you think? About that John Deere green, man. Careful.
Yeah. No, man. Yeah, those Caterpillar boys will be all over me. Let's see. It's a great first submission. I would play with the dimensions just a little bit more. Maybe widen it out, make it a little bit bigger. Maybe make the trees swing the other way. Just to use the whole canvas that's available. It looks a little squished or something like that. But yeah, good artwork. I mean, he's doing a great job. You can tell it's a guy in a hammock hanging between a couple palm trees. So yeah, good first work. Definitely change the undervisor. I can't do mono UVs and bills. So let's give it the thinking face. I think there's just some things that need to be tweaked or changed a little bit, but yeah, overall great first submission by Dane.
Yeah. All right. What about you, Monfu? What do you think?
I'll say probably the same thing. Probably the thinking emoji. I think that it's a decent design. It could be a little bit more, maybe spread it out, like you said, kind of use a little bit area space of canvas. But overall, I mean, it's simple, it's not a bad hat, but I would agree to change the undervisor, at least gray something, but don't make it black. But yeah, it's an all right hat. It's nothing crazy.
All right. How about you, Leon?
I don't know if I'm big on this one. I just feel it might be a little too simple. I mean, last week we had the one that was a rose that was very, very simple, but it still translated very, very well. I just feel like this is just like two pieces of kind of two elements just kind of thrown together. The shape doesn't really bode well for the hat. It's kind of like a half circle going through it. The scale like isn't quite there. I mean, if the hammock's that big, will those trees hold up the guy? I don't know. There's a lot of stuff to it. It's tough too because it's like these kind of like beachy tropical type hats, like, you know, Brad Racing kind of cornered the market on it, and then like have that fun kind of vacation vibey type thing. I'm not saying no one can kind of move into that space, but that's kind of what you're up against. So I don't know if this one does that well in the voting, or even would do that well if it hits pre-order. But you know, I love to see new guys kind of jump on the scene and you know, kind of learn and kind of grow from there.
Yeah, I didn't even take into account the whole physics of the drawing itself. So that's a good call out, Leon.
Leon always looks at the physics of things, you know.
Always.
Yeah.
I'm a heavy guy, so I need to know if like I can if the hammock can support, you know, and looking for thicker trees, you know.
I was gonna say he'd be looking for those thick trees. Dane. So you know what? Looking at your IG profile, man, you have this one called Summer Vibes. Dude, if you like put that on there, even just that with one palm tree, oh my God, dude, that would just be amazing just because that style is so cool. So, you know, you want to bring something like that to this kind of design. Try to stay away, like Jason said, for the monotone under visor. Try to get something that pops, even if you did that yellow, you know. So good job on your first go at this. I don't think we've seen you before. I saw a couple more posts on there, and those colorways are really nice. So just keep up the good work, man. Definitely looking forward to seeing more from you. So let's go on to the next one. Oh, we got the capped villain. She's back again, also known as the dopest robot.
Oh, okay.
So we got the Marauder Kong. All right. Actually, a pretty cool play on Kong here. Different. What do you think, Mumfu?
I like it. I think it's dope for sure. I think it's a good design. I actually like what she put out almost every single time. I've liked the designs that she did. I feel like they're straightforward, bold. I mean, it looks like a sticker, you know. I feel like this is a logo, so I don't know. I think this is dope.
Yeah, how about the pencil knife, dude? The pencil sword. That's really dope.
Yeah, that shit's fly. Yeah, I mean, I like the earrings. I think this is a good design. I feel like it's gonna embroider real well too, for sure.
What do you think, Jason?
That's a pencil and a quill, right?
I know, right?
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Oh yeah, this is good. Give us some heart emojis. I love, you know, black is a good color. I mean, pretty basic, but she threw a gray on there, and then threw the gray button up top to match the logo. Artwork is fantastic. I mean, there's not much to say about the artwork itself. It's really, really good.
Yeah, she's came in on fire, man. Like a couple of those designs, but you can see even the progress from like her first submission to like this one. It's really
nice thick lines. Everything's bordered really well. This will embroider fantastic.
Yeah. What do you think, Leon?
I like it. The piece is drawn really nice. The illustration is really good. I think she could just play with the angle a little bit so that she can get more detail into the face, whether it's blowing up the face a little bit, because right now that face is super detailed, but the hat there almost has no detail. So you kind of want to move that hat away from the foreground and kind of get really into the face. I know Casey and his team can really play with the different levels of embroidery, maybe have some super raised, have another part like partially raised, and then have the hat really raised. But like, I don't know, I would play with the hat. I feel like the hat is not to scale. It's a huge hat. Maybe tip it to one side, and then they just really buff out the face, because the face is what really makes the hat. And I feel like you're doing yourself a disservice by shrinking the face a little bit.
Yeah, you know what you could almost do too is widen this hat out, right? Have the hat come behind the ears, and then just blow up the face more.
Yeah.
You know, just blow up the face a little bit more. More of a proportion thing than anything else.
Yeah.
I don't think the details are off. Just maybe like Leon said, like extend this hat out, you know, so it's a little wider, and then blow up the face and bring it down a little bit. And I think you got a good one there. It's a good job.
It's definitely a nice drawing.
Yeah. All right, so let's go on to our next one. And let's see. It looks like our guy Jake is back. So
okay.
Jake's been actually hitting me up quite a bit. He's always asking for some input and stuff like that. So, hey, whatever helps. So we've seen this one before.
Yep.
Yeah.
Looks like he took what we were saying and took it to heart. And let's see what you guys think. What do you think, Jason?
Yeah. Big improvements for sure over
Right.
the original design. I'm not familiar with the Hawaiian culture. So I'm not sure what the feathers signify.
It's just part of the headdress that the warrior
Okay.
headdress that they wear.
Okay,
Yeah.
I would just play with those a little bit. Like, can we move them to the side or make them flow a little bit just to help with the dimensions of the drawing? But the drawing itself, I like it, man. He really made some improvements. Really changed the design from a drawing to a hat graphic. So yeah, you got nice thick lines that embroider well. Perfect amount of shading that's not going to get lost in the details. I would just play around with maybe the position of the feathers or the size of them. It's just throwing me off a little bit. And then as far as colors go, colors are all right. I would flip that visor upside down, make the top blue and the bottom orange. But other than that, yeah, give us some hearts. It's a definitely a big improvement over his original submission.
Yeah. How about you, Leon?
You can see the improvement, good job, Jake, on kind of taking a stab at it. I think the original one had like a crazy like custom pattern and stuff.
Floral crown, yeah.
Yeah, it would be hard to pull off in terms of production wise, but yeah, he's taken a lot of the criticism. I think I originally called it like a killer octo pineapple, it looked like, and then so he came and he feathered it out. The feathers are gonna be tough with the tiny details. I feel like a lot of his outlines are not like bold enough, and his dark colors aren't dark enough. So like even in the eyes, you went for like a dark brown instead of just going black. The outline around the knife surfboard things are just kind of gray. I just think it's not quite punched in enough, but he's definitely making improvements. He's in my DMs too, like asking for suggestions for colorways and all that stuff. So keep improving. You're getting better, Jake, but this one is just a little it just feels a little like just needs that little bit of punch. That's all.
How about you, Manfu?
I like this design. It's a little different, but I feel like this is one of those ones that one of the embroiders is going to be dope.
Right.
I don't know. I feel like the depth of it, I feel like he's really going to get the roundness in the head and shit like that. Just kind of the way by design. But I agree, a couple of critiques that, they said stuff like that. But overall, I feel like this is one of those hats that's going to be better when it's all said and done. You know what I mean? I kind of like the design.
Yeah. To me, like, I would do what Jason said, go with the teal, and then see how these, like, you have this almost like pink-ish, reddish. I'd put that as the under, because then it would tie it all.
Yep.
And then as far as these feathers, think, I always try to look at embroidered hats. Think of the Cleveland Indians, Wahoo, how that feather comes out, or, just some of those, and see how those are embroidered and how they're drawn. And that will help you with that, because I do like the feather aspect of it, because that's part of the mask. As far as the surfboards, I mean, you could almost leave them mono, like the same color, because these are going to be embroidered separately anyway, and you're going to see those. So they don't necessarily need an outline. I like how you did the grass, and I love how you do the helmet, because I can see this all 3D, like raised, and I can see this like a flat embroidery inside to give it that depth. So, good job, man. Like, huge improvement. Way to go. And looking forward to more. I've seen some of your other designs, and looking forward to seeing those as well. So good job, man. All right. So we have Full Count Studios. It looks like he also changed up the colorway from the original. The original was super monotone. So let's see what you guys think. What do you think, Manfu?
This one I'm not super crazy about, but I feel like I'm going to reserve judgment, because I feel like it could be one that's super dope again when it's embroidered. I don't know. It's an all right hat to me, but I'm just not super crazy about the design. But I think it's just because I'm not the biggest fan of like, I don't know, like
dogs, like dogs with, or is it the
nah,
colorway?
like dog logo. I don't know. It's cool. It's cool. It's not a bad design. It's just not for me, if that makes sense.
Okay.
It's just not for me. It's not a bad design, but I just wouldn't rock it. So I feel like it would be more biased in me saying it because I don't think it's like a bad, I think the artwork's dope. It's just if that shit was a shirt, I would wear it. I just on a hat, it's just not for me, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no worries. How about you, Leon?
I don't really remember like exact what the original colorway was, but I feel like this one kind of fits the scheme real well. You see elements that like other artists can pick up on, like you see that he's playing with the shadowing, and even though it's like not a, most faces are symmetrical, but he's still got a side that's darker than the other side, and that's kind of something that some other people previous could have used in their design. So for that, he's doing really well with that. Yeah, I don't know. Dog logos are fun. General Dane, it's the play on the Great Dane, so it's pretty cool. I like it.
Yeah. All right, cool, man. What do you think, Jason?
Yeah, I mean the colorway is a definite improvement over the original submission. I think he basically had roughly the same,
like a green on green, I think it was.
Yeah, logo with basically an olive hat, so it kind of just fell into and blended all together. So I like the colorway improvement. I kind of with Mofu on this. I just don't get the logo itself. Cool artwork. But yeah, it's just not something I would personally go after.
All right. What emoji you want?
The hearts are fine. Yeah.
Okay.
It's good. It's good artwork job. For sure.
Yeah. Good job. Full count on this one. Great color choice. I like the dark navy-ish with the olive. I think that's a great improvement. Artwork is done really well. I think this will embroider really well. So I'm going to give you the hard eyes as well. Keep up the good work, man, and appreciate you submitting and also, listening to some of the critiques. So keep it up. All right, on to the next one. Oh, we got the Captain Villain again. And we got Buddha Kong. I don't think we've seen a Buddha yet, have we?
I don't think so.
I don't think this one's like the first one we've seen. All right, so let's go with Leon. What do you think of this one, man? You've seen a lot of Buddhas, right? Kind of artwork and stuff like that.
Yeah, like true religion vibes. I don't know if I like switching someone's god or someone's deity.
I feel you. I feel that.
I'm not Buddhist myself. I have Buddhist family and stuff. So I don't know. Like that's a tough subject. Aesthetics wise, it looks kind of cool. It doesn't immediately scream ape.
Right.
I almost feel like he's not fat enough.
Almost the nose is the only thing that gives it away, right?
Yeah, and I almost feel like he's not fat enough. I know that's kind of rude to say, but yeah, I don't know. You got to give me the thinking one on this one. I like everything she does, but this one, I don't know. It's different. It's definitely different. Planet of the Apes vibes, I guess.
All right, Mumfu, what do you think, man?
Yeah, I agree. I my biggest thing is like, I just don't know if that shit's offensive. I feel like if I was Buddhist, I would be offended, but I don't know. I'd be kind of weird.
There may be another offensive one coming up, so I'm just gonna warn you guys now.
Oh, that should be interesting.
Yeah, it's not like I don't think that was her intention by any means.
No,
it's like I'd be kind of weird about anybody comparing anybody to animals, just because that's. So black people, that's pretty racist. So if he was like if Buddha was black, that might offend somebody. But I don't know if that's offensive. I just probably would stay away from it just because I don't know. But yeah, I agree with Leon. Little things, but it's not. Yeah, probably just.
Yeah. How about you, Jason?
First off, I just want to say artwork is great.
Yeah.
They did a great job drawing it.
Yeah, for
But
sure.
this is subject matter you don't want to get into.
Right.
Stay away from this. If you want to do a Buddha, do a Buddha.
Just do
If you want to do a Kong, do a Kong. Do not do
Yeah.
a Buddha Kong.
I think we've had this in the past too, where I
Right.
think people try to mix up deities and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, this is definitely not something I would ever get. I think this is subject matter you don't want to get into, Cat Villain. If you want to do a Buddha, but don't put a Kong head on a Buddha.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, I'm kind of in agreement. She's been doing a good job. And the art, like you guys said, the artwork and actually the hat color is great.
Yeah.
Look at the
Yeah.
hat color too.
If this was just a Buddha,
Like a gold Buddha, this would be
Yep.
fine. Oh my God. I would cop that shit in a heartbeat.
Yep.
Yeah.
So maybe that's the solution. Just change the face and just call it Buddha.
Yep.
Just call it the Golden Buddha or something like that.
That shit would be hot. I would cop that in a heartbeat for sure.
Yeah. And you're not far off anyway. I mean, just smooth out the lines and change up the nose. You can even call him the capped Buddha if you wanted and put a hat on him or something.
You could even do Kong in a Buddha pose. Just don't superimpose them together.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that either. So all right. Very good. We'll go on to the next one. Let me get I don't know why it always messes up my zoom in here, but it does. All right, next one. It's not this one, but it's coming up. All right, so now we have Broadcasters by Matt Bell. Matt's a regular.
Matt does a lot of hockey stuff, right?
Normally he does a lot of hockey stuff. So let's get Jason. What do you think of this one, man?
Right off the bat, that mono visor, man. I have a hard time getting past it just to even see the artwork as soon as I see the visor and the UV the same color. But regardless of that, artwork is fantastic. I maybe I'd play with the dimensions just a little bit, maybe shorten it up, make it a little wider. But other than that, perfect amount of shading. The lines are nice and bold. Artwork's good. But man, the color choices on the visors, guys, we got to improve. Give this one hearts, for sure. But yeah.
All right, what do you think, Manfu?
I'd probably agree. The under visor is my main thing, but it's a bold design. Again, probably not something I would wear, but it's definitely a bold design. I think it's something that sticks out, obviously kind of it hits the mark in all, aspects. I feel like it's going to be dope embroidery and all that. I just, it's cool.
One suggestion I have is maybe tilt the microphone a little bit. Because most broadcasters aren't talking into a microphone that's straight up and down like that. Maybe tilt it just to get the dimensions and use the canvas a little more.
All right. How about you, Leon?
I don't know if I like this one. It's tough, right? Like Matt, you're a great artist. You like to play in the hockey stuff. I get it. But the colorway throws it off because it's obvious that it's a microphone, but it's got that screamy stuff. So it's like, is it a lamp? I don't know. On the air, it's just, I don't know. There's just so much stuff that's cool about hockey that we're doing microphones now. I don't know. But keep up the good work, Matt. It's just not for me.
What emotes you want there?
Maybe the laughing guy.
Okay.
The seldom used laughing emoji.
Like, I don't know about this one, guys. Yeah, artwork done well. I'm sure, I personally wouldn't buy this one, when looking for a hat, but I'm sure there's an audience out there for it.
Yeah, I agree.
Definitely got to lose the monotone. I mean, I think I may have one hat that's monotone, you know what I mean? But it has to be like an amazing hat to have a monotone kind of thing. So, other than that, I think there's an audience for this kind of logo, but hey, maybe, I don't know, maybe add something else to it. You always have these cool elements that you add, like hockey or whatever it is. Maybe you can try to fit that in, like a hockey broadcaster or, something like that. into kind of this element. But man, keep up the good work. You always have really great art. All right, so our last one.
Oh, geez.
Yeah. Basketball gods.
I like this one more than the monkey one. I'm not gonna lie, but
Jesus.
Bob.
We lost Jason.
Well, we'll go with you last, all right? Boy, Jason just left. We lost Jason. The hat came
He's
off.
gonna get his rosary.
Yo, that shit.
I promise this was just the order I was given. It didn't save this one for last. All right, Jason, what do you think?
We don't have the emoji for it, I'm thinking. But go ahead and put the laughing guy on here.
Yeah, man, this is just a subject you do not want to mess with.
Nope. No.
I understand where he's coming from, like basketball gods, right?
I get it, but there's different ways to convey that without being so offensive.
Yeah.
But how else would you make Jesus' face though? I mean,
But
you don't make Jesus' face a basketball.
Yeah.
That's what you do.
Yeah,
Hey,
look, he's
yo.
laughing.
nah.
Hey, on the bright side, I actually kind of like the colorway, but
I don't. The black, flip the visor, and the colorway is fine. But that's about the only redeeming quality of this hat.
All right. Go ahead, Jason.
Let's go back to the artwork just a little bit.
Yeah.
And we saw this a couple times previous, and we deal with it week over week, especially with new artists that are coming in here. It looks like they're taking a lot of these artists' background come from like t-shirts or stickers. And you can tell that with like the shading and the lines and everything like that, right?
Yeah.
But for a hat, the dimensions are different. Your canvas is more landscape and not vertical. And it's more than 2D, but it's less than 3D. I'm going to call it a 2.5D medium, where you can use embroidery to get the shading right and stuff like that. So it's definitely a different medium than just drawn on a t-shirt or a sticker. And you just need to know that when you're coming into the game, and then also stay away from people's gods when you're combining ideas together. That'd be my little advice.
How about you, Leon?
This one's a tough one.
Is it though?
Leon's like, I actually kind of like this one.
No, I'm not going that far. You lost me on the basketball head. Kind of losing me on the shoes too. And then the whole Jesus part. But it's if we're just strictly talking about art, yeah, there's a couple of small details we want to kind of iron out. The between the robe, the two shades of brown, you want to just make it purposeful. Not necessary to have double strokes. So you're going white outline, then black outline on top. But then if you draw circles, man, they gotta be crisp. I don't even feel it looks like a basketball. Yeah, this one's a tough one. Keep at it though. Raw Mass is the first time we've seen him. I'd hate for it to be the last time, but
no,
subject matter is very, very, very,
very touchy,
delicate. Yeah.
Yeah. Especially in like, did you want the thinker or the?
Yeah,
sweater?
I'm fine with the thinker.
Okay. All right, Mumfu.
Cool color with him.
Yo, my thing is like,
here he goes.
Just
Mumfu
replace
can't keep
his entire head with the basketball is like, damn.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? But I don't know, man. Yeah. I mean, I feel like if you were gonna do this, you gotta like make his Jordans like mad fire or something, like I don't know. It's just it's not the best design. I'm not gonna lie, but that shit is like, I don't know what was up this week. They were just like, hey man, we're gonna take a gamble and do some wild shit, but
Yeah, shoot your shot sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait, is that gonna get approved? But I don't know. Yeah, it's a wild ass design. I'm not gonna lie to you. I feel like it's just I don't know. It's odd. It's just awkward a little bit because it's like, I don't know. It's a lot of, yeah. No, it's a wild ass design. I'm not gonna lie, but
It's definitely like a subject matter that you don't really ever think about, right? Like, 'cause, there's that saying, you're praying to the basketball gods. I've never really even thought like what a basketball god looks like.
I mean,
So that
this
is
one is
interesting.
way less offensive than the Buddha one. That's why I find it so funny. But like, it's less offensive because it's not like, you're not calling it something else like that. It's not like you're not basically calling Buddha a monkey. You know what I mean? This is like basketball, but so it's less offensive. It's just like not the best. Like I feel like, damn, you could have thought of a lot of other things to do for maybe basketball gods. Like maybe like
just put a basketball with a halo on it.
Or like a Greek god. Just
or
use
a Greek god. Yeah.
Like use Zeus
or
Zeus.
if sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
If you really want to use Jesus or Buddha or any of the Hindu gods, whatever, and you want to do something like this, you got to be really careful. Don't replace body parts with basketballs or anything like that. But has anybody seen the movie Dogma?
What is it?
Yeah.
Dogma.
Is that Matt Damon?
Matt Damon and Ben Affleck.
Yeah.
And in there, the Catholic Church, does Buddy Jesus, right?
Buddy Jesus,
Yeah.
Buddy Jesus. If you're gonna do something like that with this hat, go that route. Go, play up Jesus, put him doing a crossover or something like that. Just don't combine elements and put it into God form, if you will. Play with the Jesus, whatever, but don't replace his head with a basketball. That's
I'm the same way. Anytime you're kind of trying to go for that route, it's just tough, man. You got to be very careful. Basketball gods is actually a great concept. Use Zeus, like he's in the clouds, and maybe he's throwing the basketball or something, or there's Greek gods, there's there's all kinds of ancient gods that you can use too to kind of throw that in there as well. So maybe something like that. This looks like you probably took it into Photoshop and kind of messed around with it, so it was probably your first go. So it was a good first try. Like the concept, maybe come up with something else like that. But great first shot, and hopefully we see more of you come in. So keep it up, man. Thanks.
I definitely don't want to discourage Raw Mass from submitting designs. It's just you got to be careful with the subject matter when you're doing the design. That's all.
I mean, just like we said to Kat Dillon, she's done lots of work. So But all right, so that was the whole week. So we can see, let's look at it. So we see Roman Rollins is really up there, and Tenant Racers looks like probably our top two, and Kong Marauders would be 3. And then trailing it out would probably be Koa Shredders and General Dane.
Yeah.
So it would be interesting. Let's see what the voting happens tomorrow for these and see how they do. Lately, I think last few weeks, man, the top ones that we've liked have gone right through. So hopefully that trend continues. Looks like the clinkers, the customers are starting to see what they want, and that's great, man. So a lot of good artwork, a lot of good submissions this week, a lot of good hat colors as well. So keep it up. Next week there won't be any crits. I think Casey has something special planned for that week. I think they're taking a week off, so just be on the lookout. I think they're going to be doing some re-release, kind of like what they did with the X-Ray.
Oh, okay.
So we'll have to. I don't know if it's going to be the X-Ray, but it'll be something unique and new. So looking forward to what Casey has coming. So thanks again, guys. Appreciate Mumfu, Hat Crawler, Leon. Thanks, guys, for being here. Also, all the artwork you saw today. Make sure, on each of those, you saw the @signs for their IG. Follow them. Support them. Artists need the support. So, and we support you guys as well. So just keep up the good work and keep DMing us. We'll help out where we can. So, as always, Leon, why don't you take us out, big fella?
Yeah, let us know in the comments which of these designs you want to see most. Hit the pre-order. Make sure you guys are dropping a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, check out our podcast available on all streaming platforms. For Jason Munfu, John Frank Park, and Leon, we out, guys. Stay fitted.
Sure. Peace.
Peace.